All right, guys, what is going on? What is good? What is good? It's a very chill day, dude. Super chill day. Nothing too exciting this morning. I didn't play anything, so just kind of a boring Friday. You know what I mean? Kind of a boring Friday. I will probably spend the afternoon playing video games. That's probably what I'll do. So it's 36. It's freezing. Probably not going anywhere. So what's good, Robin, Naruto, Mason, Z? Where did your membership go? Z? Where's that membership, dog? The Discord is calling your name, broski. What's good? Toby, Jordan D, Mason, Crispy J, Pop, Fractal, Joe, Robert, Alex C, Stephanie, Kobe. Joe was in a short. Ooh, took profits at 2R. Well, a win is better than a break even, and it's definitely better than a loss. That's how I would try to look at it. What's good? Toby, Eddie, Willow, Kevin, Remy. Do I like single player games? They're all right. They're all right. What's good, Felix? I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. I just got Lord on hella. Just be sniping people. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, chat. But anyway. The Discord this morning, I did post 22,320. I just rounded up 320 as an upside objective. That's what I wanted to see personally. Yesterday, right, Thursday, taking out all of these lows, hitting that. Let's go back to the daily. Higher time frame imbalance that we talked about in the market review yesterday. I thought that might have been enough to send us higher. It was not. Okay, we're still trading lower, right? Now we're at the low end of this gap. All right, so we had traded through it, and now we are back into it. And as much as I want to long, this looks pretty bad to long. This looks pretty bad to long. You know, honestly, Rafael, I don't have anything entirely brand new today. The only real plan I had was probably going to be going over market maker models. So I did think currencies were pretty clean today, and I just couldn't really find a setup over there as much as I wanted. I just couldn't, figure out where the entry was going to be. And I was like, fuck it. Honestly, I was just like, man, I don't even know. I don't even know. So Thursday, with today being Friday, there's really no reference point to look at. Like, there's no imbalance that's close by. I mean, there's just nothing for Friday other, to me, that would be the high and low of the previous day. So 104.20 almost can't escape the 420 level. I keep telling you guys that. The high of yesterday, right, was good. 2020. 1 hour, to me, didn't really have a lot either. There's some small time frame highs up here, but I'm just not interested in that. What I was interested in, though, this morning, right around in here, like 7:30, 8 o'clock, in here, the only thing that I had noticed was the lows here. Right? Very, very clean lows that are close together, and the low on the right is slightly higher. Right? So I've always taught that, at least on this YouTube channel, I've always taught that that's a target, right? What's good, Natasha? I've always taught that this is a target, okay? So we ended up trading higher, and I think around 8:45, I was focused on indices. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go over to Nasdaq, ES. I might look at Dow, and so I put currencies to the side. And so what happens inevitably, of course, is it takes a absolute rip and trades right down there. And it's like, well, damn, I didn't have an alert there or anything, but I came back later to check, and it's like, dude, if it melted there, like melted. So, that's always nice to see. 9 o'clock, or excuse me, 8:45 was PMI. See that? 8:45 my time. Okay, so that'd be 9:45 a.m. Eastern. We had flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. So that's also interesting because that's 15 minutes after equities open. So I figured equities would give us some volatility, in which it did. It just didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. So there's it's always nice to be imperfect. I don't just always send out wins. So I may send a lot of them, but not everyone, Anyway, that was 8:45. That was our move higher above this high, right? And then eventually easily just gave that up. So looking at this leg here, in hindsight, I do think this was very clean, starting with the imbalance here that gets traded to the low end, goes to the high end of it, can't make a new high, drops lower. That's when we get below it and close below it. That's when this becomes a inversion. And then on top of that, you have a small imbalance right there. That to me is beautiful. And then after that, it was just straight rip. Up candle here. Right there. Right. That imbalance doesn't get traded into. This up candle gets traded through back into for the final move down. So that's why I said, like, that to me, beautiful. Yeah, the shadow people are taking a break. They're taking a break. And I'm not sure, Jordan. Honestly, I'm really not sure. I don't entirely. Why is this off? I don't entirely know. So that's it. With these lows being also, which is, I mean, it's pretty much always going to be that. It's hard to have lows without consolidation. Original consolidation, we left it. Manipulation, we trade higher. Again, above this high. I was trying to see like what else on, that's why I went to the higher time frame to see what else was up here. And to me, it's just, I guess, this imbalance from Friday in London. Friday of last, no, that's this London. I'm on a 1 minute chart. Sorry. London, right, had this. And so I think we came back for, let me see. Oh man, if I missed that, that is 100% my fault. Oh, that's a bitch. That's a bitch, dude. Wow. All right, chat. Do you guys see how I got that? Y'all see how I got that? We had news at 2:15. I don't know what it was, because there was a shit ton of news today. All like for every fucking thing, like every 30 minutes or something. There was news after news after news after news. So something with the euro at 2:15 dropped it. So we come back for a buy side only up to like 48. We trade lower. So from here to here, it lacks buy side price delivery. Does that make sense? And so what I was reviewing with you, again, you know, like for the first time, that's why I was measuring the high end to see if it actually delivered upside. And that's why I said, damn, that's a bitch. Because I didn't look at that earlier. I was analyzing price too fast and I missed that. Because if I would have saw that, I think that would have made me a little bit more confident for the shorts. But how do I say this correctly? When I'm looking for a framework, right? Like a market maker, buy model, sell model, I like if there's actual, like an actual high that it could take or a low that it could take before reversing. This high is good enough. It's just, I don't know. I don't trust this as much as I would trust if this was like a previous day high that it took. I'd much rather have that. But it's not to say that an imbalance can't work. And this is the part where people on Twitter get it wrong. And I comment on that and I tell them that too. I'm like, it's not just previous day high and low, you fucking retard. It's a higher time frame concept. It could be previous day high or previous weekly high or previous session high, or maybe even a higher time frame imbalance. I know I put that in the market maker models masterclass video. I know I put it in there. So when people share their models and it's something like this, but they say, oh, it's previous day high, it doesn't have to just be that. You're limiting yourself, you know? But, you know, they're only hurting people and hurting themselves by spreading poor information, in my opinion. So that's why I said higher time frame concept, and I didn't say anything specific because it could be a number of things. Okay? But anyway, that's a quick view of the sell model. And again, that's what I'm trying to show you here. Manipulation, low risk short, first distribution, and then pretty much everything in here was just redistribution. There's like several redistributions in there. Okay, so do you guys see how I got all of this information here? It's not just random lines on a chart, you know. It's specific measurements, right? Buy side delivery or lack thereof, you know, stuff like that, and then using that as a reference point for attacking opposing liquidity. Yeah. Does that make sense? Drop some ones in the chat if that makes sense. And Joe, I hardly trade currency futures. I was going to today, and then I decided not to. Because I was focused on indices, and I was wrong. Now, I mean, I didn't lose money. I didn't take any trades because I was looking for higher pricing and I never got a setup. So there was nothing to execute on. So I just watched it trade lower. And then it's like, well, all right, guess I'm not trading today. And I agree, capitalist. There's like 56 of you, only 14 likes. You guys are fucking. You guys suck. The 14 of you that liked it, you guys are cool. Y'all can stay. Everyone else, you guys are ass, man. Absolute ass. When price when price failed to go higher in that area, we gave back our CFD positions, so our longs we sold back to the market and shorted futures. Nice. Oh yeah, Bizel, you got yoinked, buddy. Your shit got hacked. You got banned. You got to make a new Discord. GG. The crown formed before New York around 7:45, so it turned New York open into a guess for people not reading higher time frame. Yeah, I mean, you know, I was confident enough to say something in the Discord. It's just I was wrong. You know, like, well, fuck, we're still lower. We are still lower. But, and look, I was thinking about this earlier too. I was thinking about this. One, I'm not good at everything. You understand? Like every single facet of price, I'm not like super professional, expert, you know, number one of one. Okay. Like I'm not that. And one of the flaws that I have is not knowing how long equal highs or equal lows are going to be left open for. That's one thing I have not figured out. Okay. I mean, maybe you guys have, maybe you could let me know. You know what I mean? But like I cannot, okay, I'm openly admitting this. I cannot go onto a chart, look at equal highs and go, yeah, that's going to be left open for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. I don't know. Okay. I have no way. I have no knowledge of predicting with an elite level of accuracy the amount of time that a specific set of lows or highs are going to be left open. I can't do that. As much as I want to, as you know, some of the trades you see me take are like, what the fuck? I get it. I get it. But there are still some things, again, that I haven't figured out. Who the fuck am I going to ask? Who am I going to ask, Shot? So, yesterday, Thursday, of course, 6,102 3/4 is very, very clean lows. And I would even argue that the bottom two right here on the right are equal. So, to me, that makes it all the better. 2 is great. 3 is like, yo, 3 is damn near 99.99%, right? So I personally thought, for the same reason I just told you a few minutes ago, we hit a higher time frame imbalance. We reacted pretty nicely. I figured today would want to get above, like, there's very, very small time frame equal highs here. I figured we would do that. And obviously, I was wrong. So we traded lower. These are just a bunch of imbalances here. And I posted this in the Discord too. I said ES got bullied lower. It just was not showing any strength at all. Every single imbalance was respected. This one was left open. There's another one respected right here too. Just, I mean, very, very heavy. So then we took the lows. And it's like, okay, well, let's see if we get a buying opportunity in here. We don't. We don't. You could argue there's a inversion here, I guess. And then it sets up almost equal lows anyway. So why would you hold on to something like that? And then it just keeps getting absolutely, absolutely massacred. Just anyone who's been adding to their position today, like if you just keep adding and adding, you're fucking rich right now, dude. Look at that. Look at that. How many imbalances got traded into, right? To just keep going lower and lower. Whew. That's tough. Or imagine trying to pick the bottom today. Oh, we made a bottom, wrecked. Oh, we made a bottom, wrecked. Oh, we made a bottom. This shit's about to get wrecked here too. It's just like it's a tough day for longs, and I'm not short. You know, so I'd rather just walk away and not worry about it, to be honest. That makes sense, Ricky. The way they engineered the highs, not taking them on Wednesday, the 19th on NQ, but taking them aggressively on ES was the disrespect. Disrespect. Days like these will change your life when on the right side. I mean, yes. It definitely can, don't get me wrong, but I'd say probably 10 times out of 10, I'm going to exit at those lows. I almost don't hold for the close. I do sometimes, but if it's a 30, 40 point drop, I want that. I didn't suspect that we would just dump 100 points today for E. I don't even think we're there yet, but I think it's right around 90, about 87, 86 points lower. So, yeah, I usually don't look for moves like that on ES. 80 points. I usually don't look for that. That's a lot. That's a lot. What's good, Bruce? Yeah. Now we're at the low end of that weekend gap, yeah. Friday to Monday. But I'm not interested in longs at all. I'm just not. I'd rather just wait. You know what else was clean though? Let's go over to silver for just a minute. I was watching this morning. We had 2 highs here and then another 2 highs here on the future side. So we had 4 highs right there. We came down, made, I don't know how many, a few lower lows, and then rallied up there. So that was cool. I couldn't find any entries in that I could justify the risk on, so I left it alone. But I'm surprised silver's lower and then gold is higher because, like, look at this shit, dude. Look at this. Many higher highs, many lower lows. This is, for most traders, this is a garbage environment for most. This is horrible. Higher highs and lower lows. A lot of traders get chopped up in environments like that. And yeah, I mean, gold doing gold things. I've said it for like 5 years now, maybe even 6. I've always said gold is the most manipulated asset ever. Yeah, Siva's banned. Siva, you're banned. Anyway. Drop some wave emojis. Drop some hello emojis. Welcome Siva to the chat. Guess he's stopping by for a little bit. Broke even on gold. Yeah, it's not a surprise. That is not a surprise. Yeah, Siva from IM, yeah. so, so we could play Marvel Rap. See, I told you guys earlier I'd probably play video games today. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying to you. I don't know about carrying, but we can we can definitely play in a bit. Siva, don't be coming on here lying to my people. All right. Don't be coming up in here with your misinformation. All right. Anyway, in the Discord earlier, it was very late. I'll admit that, but I did talk about the low of February 3rd, which is here. Right. So that's the only low that is obvious. Okay. When you're looking at a daily. So like yesterday's high, yesterday's low. The next available low beyond Thursday's low is 43,965. So this morning, before we got there, it was only a couple minutes prior. Again, I'll give you that. There was a small run higher. Equities open is here. It rallies. And well, would you look at that? That is a mitigation here, right at the open. So equities opens, rallies into that mitigation, spends a couple minutes here, and then obviously you see what happens next. It, you know, that was 400 points ago. But it was just a small move like that. Again, as with silver, I couldn't justify the RR on something like that for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to touch that. I'm going to just leave it alone. And that's what I did. Didn't we say a few minutes ago that low was about to get taken too? And that just got taken. Or took, whatever the fucking word is. And then NQ is at the very, very low end of that inverted gap. So we'll see if we make a bottom today or not. We'll see. But we got 70 people on here. So for the record, I'm probably not going to trade this. I'm probably not going to do it. I know I say that a lot and then I end up trading. But for real this time, I don't think so. I just don't see myself doing it. Plus, I'm hungry too. I got to order some food. I don't feel like cooking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat? Dude, I got to retire this. There's a taco truck that I've been getting tacos from for a long time, and I gotta retire them, dude. They changed their green sauce, and their chicken was like extra dry the other day. So I'm like, okay, you're done. You're absolutely done. Now, now I've got no more taco truck. But you know what though, chat? You know what's right up the road? I keep forgetting the name of what it's called. Hold on, chat. It's called Curry Pizza House. Curry Pizza House. Let me show you this real quick. as we watch price. I don't think y'all are ready for this. Long gold. Ooh. All right, I'll take a look at that in a minute. Let me just show you this real quick, chat. I want to see what you guys think. I don't know if Siva's still here, but yo, check this out, dog. Check this out. I'm not a fan of vegetables, but chicken tikka pizza, dude. Curry chicken masala pizza? Are you joking? That looks absolutely phenomenal. Tandoori chicken pizza? Bruh. Tikka, whatever the fuck it is, let me get it. I need it. I need, however you say it, bro. You know, butter chicken pizza, dude. Butter chicken. Dude, I'm about to go in there and eat fucking everything. Everything. Yeah. Those are the three that I'm looking at, though. I'm like, dude, look at that. Doesn't that look scrumptious? I gotta get like 3 or 4 of them. I gotta try that expeditiously. That's what's on my mind right now, chat. Don't want to take no fucking trades. I don't want to take no trades. So, I don't know, fam. I mean, this is over by my house, broski. This is over by my house. Yeah, something doesn't feel right about this. Something doesn't feel right about that. Butter chicken pizza sounds fire. I know, Joe. It definitely does. And they're like 10 minutes away. Well, in my car, probably about 8 minutes away, but you know, we won't be counting. With some hot sauce, dipping sauce, with butter chicken pizza. Yeah. I think I lost like 15 viewers when I started talking about pizza. Now I'll give the sauce, no pun intended. You know, now I'll give the sauce since y'all want to leave. What makes trading easy? Well, trading's not easy. But I was actually on the phone yesterday with a very, very good friend of mine. And because it was something I said in the chat the other day, I think it might have thrown some people off. But the thing is, if you look at price runs, like we saw this morning across the board, I think ES has the markup on it the most. So like say something like this, okay? Any of these imbalances, well, maybe not this one, but at least these 3, okay? These imbalances, right? Something like that to go short, or something like that to add on, maybe like maybe you long 3, add 1, or something like that. These right here are some of the best trades, if not, in all honesty, the best trades you'll ever take. In terms of drawdown, best. In terms of speed, look at it. It's instantly lower. It only rallies a little bit and then it's instantly lower again. Those are the trades that everybody wants. And it's hardly the trades that people get. I want to go back to NQ now. Oh yeah, it ripped through that inversion really bad. That's why I said something about this doesn't seem right. The easiest trade you'll ever take, the best trade you'll ever take, I think I made a video on that. But I want to reiterate this idea, okay? The best trades you'll ever take are going to be part of a market maker model, which is very similar to the Wyckoff schematic, okay? Liquidity gets taken, liquidity gets absorbed, okay? And then it's going to seek the opposite. So if it took, let's say, if it took some lows, now there's resting highs. The market is going to attack those highs. And if that's where the market is going, okay, that's the extent of what I talk about Wyckoff, okay? Like, that's it. That's the only time I ever bring it up. That price leg, after liquidity is taken, in a reversal, that's the trade you want, okay? Matter of fact, let me pull this up again, just to make sure we're all on the same page. If we have lows, all right, what I'm waiting for, like, let's say we're at the accumulation or even a reaccumulation. Okay. Is it ready to short yet? No. It's not ready to short because it hasn't met either liquidity to be absorbed, right? i.e. manipulation, previous day high, previous session high, equal highs, shit like that. Once it does that, okay, the greatest trades, again, after a liquidity run, you can trade the manipulation portion of this model. I don't anymore. But right after that, reaccumulation becomes distribution, and I'll touch on this in the 48 laws video next week. Accumulation becomes redistribution, all right? But it's the low risk shorts and the first leg that's going to offer the biggest move. It's the redistribution that's going to be the fastest. Did you guys catch all that? I know I've said this before, but when it comes to top tier trading, okay, it's that. It's either the first leg or the second leg of distribution, or the flip side, it's going to be the low risk buy or the first stage accumulation that offers the biggest RR besides manipulation, okay? And then the reaccumulation is going to be the fastest move to go up, okay? But that's what it is. It's trading in the direction of opposing liquidity. And in my opinion, it's for the purpose of order pairing. It's for the purpose of order pairing. What does that mean? Well, the name implies, okay? It's pairing orders together. So when we look at something like this, all right, 15-minute time frame. Here's like a perfect example. Now, obviously, this is hindsight. I already told you guys I was looking for higher pricing today. I got it wrong. It is what it is. I'm not perfect, okay? These highs here from Thursday's PM session and in the after hours. Those highs here were taken. And then on top of that, there was a high at 615, and then we have a higher high just before equities open. So what is that? What is a higher high above previous highs or a previous high? What is that? I told you about that, I think, last week and the week before. What is that? One hour and 4 hour mitigation there too. Oh yeah, see, I definitely missed that. Right, the turtle soup short. That's the turtle soup short. Either, well, the first time it trades above it, like right there, it really gets above it at 8 and then closes off of it, and then 8:15, that next 15-minute candle, that was, that was all she wrote. Did we get any up candles after that? Did we get any up candles after the turtle soup short? Down candle, down candle, down candle, down candle, down candle. Trading at and below those lows. Anyone who was long yesterday, or there's a short-term low here that was swept during London. Okay, and from London into equities in the short term, it was in an uptrend. Okay, so it was somewhat bullish if we're looking at it, right? Oh yeah, higher lows and higher highs, that's a bullish trend. Okay, that means anybody in the second half of yesterday or during London. Okay, so that's like it. Asia, well, kind of maybe, but I would at least say, generally speaking, most people either want to be long or they're already long. So where do the stops go? Down here, right? Well, if they were trading down here, their stops are probably down here. If you're trading up here, the stops are probably not down there. But I would say, London has probably a lot less volume than equities does. So the majority of the volume is going to be down here. So when I talk about order pairing, that's what this is. It's seeking where the majority of the orders are at, which is down here. Okay, so yeah, price can, basically skip price levels. That's what an imbalance is. It's a one-sided market, right? That lacks both. Well, a gap lacks buy side and sell side price delivery. An imbalance lacks one out of the two. Meaning we get sell side delivery, but very little buy side. A lot of sell side, a little bit of buy side. And it's doing that over and over and over again until it gets down here. That is order pairing, in my opinion. Those are the best trades. And nobody has convinced me otherwise. There's not a single fucking soul out there that has convinced me that there are trades better than what I've already shown you. Something like that. Okay? Something like 1 or 2 ticks of drawdown for a mega monster move. Nobody. No one's done it. Does that make sense? So it's not an ego thing, because it's not me. I didn't build this shit. I didn't design any of this. It's just how the markets work. Okay? And those are the trades that you want. And you're probably right. God, it looks so bad. That default looks so dookie. right there. We have a higher high on ES and a lower high on NQ. And that higher high, this is going to look weird because it's warped. I'll try not to move it though. That higher high here, again, is a higher high above highs. That exactly right there, that's turtle soup. Well, the day trading version of turtle soup, at least. Not the street smarts version of turtle soup. That's like a daily time frame. But anyway, that higher high above an old high, in comparison, that NQ is going lower. Yeah. Now, in my opinion, that should have been the signature right there. That should have been it. But it wasn't. I was like, you know what? No. I was like, no. 320 it's clean, way up there, and then maybe these two together. I was like, no, that's too clean. That's too clean. And I was wrong. So we traded lower instead. And that's okay. Every trade. No, I wasn't, Mason. That's the only song I know by them too. I forgot what the fuck I was even saying. Oh, that's right. That's the risk that we take. You know, every time we put on a trade, we risk being wrong. We risk losing money, or we risk dropping in like a combine or a funded account, or, you know, some shit like that. So if we're going to look to take risk on, wouldn't it be ideal to, number one, only take the highest probability trades, and number two, measure risk no matter how good the setup is? Wouldn't that make sense to do that? So in today, right, overall looking at it, I look at today and I look at it like, hey, you know what? I got it wrong. What did I miss? Well, probably what I just told you. But in my mind, what I just showed you, that to me is not enough to justify shorts. Because I was already focused on those highs. I even put that in the market review, I think, the other day. I said, if these highs don't get hit, they're probably going to become a target later on. Because that's just how I use it. That's how I operate. We're eventually going to get there. In my opinion, it's only a matter of time before we eventually get that level. But today can print lower, remain lower, not go higher. It can remain dirt. And so what that means is, don't take a trade. I'm not going to take a trade. So what can I do instead? Clean, order some food, you know, anything besides putting on risk in an environment where it is not justified. You understand? Look how heavy this is. This is heavy. All right. I can't justify that. Can't justify going long on this. Can't do it. And I agree, Jordan. If I would have pulled the trigger today, I would have absolutely taken a loss. When you have consecutive 3 imbalances, how do you know when a breakaway imbalance between the 3? I would still say the first one is going to be the breakaway. The second one can be a breakaway too. I mean, hell, the market can print however many imbalances it needs to. I mean, I don't always know. I'm not trying to count that either. I am not trying to count that. You got one here, and then another one here. So it trades into the lower one, leaves that open, and he leaves that open too. The markets tend to do that when they're fucking heavy. Do you get how that works? If the market is extremely heavy like it was today, it's going to do that. Or it would be the inverse if it was bullish. It would leave, well, let's go back. Yesterday wasn't even that fucking bullish. We had plenty of pretty deep pullbacks, but I'm sure we could find an example if we looked hard enough. I guess in certain price legs, yeah, some will be left open. Like one here, another one here, and it continues. So it never trades into those, but in closing, I'll say this. You have to combine time, price, and context. Most of you know that already. We go over a lot of price. I probably don't go over time as much. That's why I made the time compression matrix for you, to give you a reminder on when you're taking a trade, like, hey, know what time it is too. And then we go over context pretty well, or a lot, I should say, because without context, you don't know why the market should go higher or lower. Like earlier, when I was looking at this, like, oh, that might be an inversion. And I was like, no, something doesn't seem right. And then it just rips right through it. If it's not obvious, if it's not clear, it's probably not going to be what you think it is. Right? I would have been forcing a setup. I would have been forcing that. I would have said, oh yeah, that's a 1 to 2 opportunity inversion. We could long that, stop here. And then it just rips. I'm like, oh shit. No, that's not it. It's not it. So if we don't get what we're looking for, there's no trade, bro. There's no trade. I'm trying to see what the lows are going to do here, because we keep going lower for NQ. I'm trying to see if ES is going to follow suit or not. But in all honesty, as soon as we hop off the stream, I'm probably not going to look at a price chart the remainder of today. That's going to be it. Okay? So hopefully you have something to study this weekend. Like, no shit. Challenge the things that I tell you. Challenge them. Be like, no, I can find a better trade than some of those. Do it. Do it. Show me an opportunity. Show me a trade that you've taken that would beat something like this up here. 1 or 2 ticks drawdown at the most. Because I'll be willing. You show me. All right. So with that, be good, be blessed. I will see you guys again on Monday, the 24th. This weekend, I finished the PowerPoint yesterday. It took a long time. But I will do my best to record it this weekend. I'll probably edit on Monday, Tuesday, and then I'll put that video out on Thursday, the 27th, the 48 laws of trading. Right? So that'll be probably the best video I'll ever do. It's going to outdo everything I've already done, and I probably won't be able to outdo this one. So it'll be the cream de la cream, if you will. All right. So be good, be blessed, and I will see you on Monday.